Alright, so what is good, everybody on YouTube? This is of course your boy B, Bullet RC, coming to you guys again with yet another and yes, I know. Usually the heater hypes drop on Sunday, but since we had to drop it today on Tuesday, don't worry, I did bring a little bit of Bacardi out. Just gonna take a little swig for one of the shoes as far as Basuda of the week goes. But let's get into this week's heat or hype, where we get into the latest sneaker releases, sneaker rumors, or anything I want to talk about in the sneaker or streetwear world. That is what we do here today. And remember, if I don't talk about a shoe, either I forgot about it, didn't edit it in, or it was just that Basura that I did not want to expose y'all to it, even though probably still going to expose you to it. Definitely this week. We actually got a good number of releases to talk about this week. We got some leaks for 2020, Jordan, Yeezy, all that. And we might have to violate a little bit this week as far as the Basuda goes. But that's the intro. Let's go ahead. Let's get into the video. Let's get into this week's heat or hype. Alright, so first things first, let's talk about the first class Air Jordan 1. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, if I would have realized that these were gonna be dropping, I wouldn't have talked about them in the last heater hype, but you guys kind of know how I felt about them. As far as the colorway goes, it's not a bad colorway at all. I just didn't like the material choice. I didn't like the perforated leather all over the upper. I didn't think it looked really good on this shoe. And I was in no rush to spend $160 off my hip for this pair, so I went ahead and left them in the store. Now the next shoe we got also was the Hospital Blue Yeezy 700 V2. When I first saw this shoe, I hated it, and that's because the mock-ups made them look trash. Now the actual shoe itself didn't look too bad at all. I actually liked the color, but once again, I kept that $300 in my pocket. This was not an essential colorway for me to go out and grab, so I left them in the store. Next up, it seems like we're going to be getting more SpongeBob and Nike Kyrie stuff dropping. Maybe it's only this last one, but of course this is the pineapple, SpongeBob's house. Now we're going to be talking about another SpongeBob collab later on in this video, which is the worst Basuda of the week. And some of y'all might have thought I was gonna let those shoes slip through the cracks, but no, we gotta go in. But as far as the Kyrie SpongeBob goes, Nike and SpongeBob, I don't got a really big problem with them. And if they drop these, they're probably gonna sell out just like all the other pairs. Now this next drop, a little bit of a spooky one, this all black skeletonized or skeleton pair of the Air Force Ones. You guys know last year they dropped the all white pair. Those did their thing, and now they're dropping an all black pair as well. Now these won't be dropping until way later on this month, on October 25th, right before Halloween. And in my opinion, it's clean. I thought the white pair was clean, the black pair is clean. Now I'm not sure if they glow, but I wouldn't be surprised if these glow in the dark as well. Up next, we actually got Ambush and Converse, and this is the Chuck Taylor that they're working on together. You know, it's really a Chuck Taylor just base boosted to 1,000,000. Now the way this shoe looks, it kind of reminds me of, I believe it's the Rick Owens basketball, or the Rick shits. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And for me personally, this is definitely not going to be a cop. It honestly reminds me kind of a, I don't know, maybe more of a women's shoe. And that would obviously make sense coming from Ambush. I'm just speculating right now because other than this photo, we don't have any other information. So I don't have a release date or anything like that yet, but just know if you're a fan, these should be on the way. Another release we actually got this past weekend was the New Species pair of the Air Max 90. Now I believe these ones were popping up overseas first at European boutiques and outlets. And I know that there was a special release as well that included, or I think maybe 1 of 5 or 1 of 25, there was actually a New Species action figure that came with the whole package. It's a clean pair of Air Max 90s. I personally didn't go for them, but as far as the shoe goes, the action figure, everything together, pretty unique pair. Some more news, we're actually going to be getting a Lightning pair of React Prestos. Obviously you guys know the OG Lightning colorway came out, I want to say probably 2 or 3 years ago as far as the OG Presto goes, and now we're getting what they're calling the Trouble at Home pair of Prestos, which is just a React Presto with that Lightning all over the upper. And I'm not mad at this one at all. The React Presto is extremely cozy and comfortable, and them adding the Lightning on the upper, kind of linking it to past OG releases, you know, I really don't see anything wrong with that. Now the retail will still be $120 on these as of right now. There are no release dates, just know they exist. They'll be dropping, and I would assume they're going to be dropping before the end of this year. And of course, you know, it's time. Let's get into the Basuda of the week. Now I'm gonna save the bottle for the last sneaker we're gonna talk about. First up, we got the Nike Air Max FF 720. Now y'all remember we already talked about this shoe. I thought they might have just folded up, let those, you know, original pairs rock, and then be like, okay, let's not drop any more of these shits. But no, they don't care. Maybe I just didn't know how well they sold, but there are 2 more colorways. You get a burgundy iron pair as well as an olive iron pair of this FF720. The craziest thing about them is that they even had the little drawstrings in the back that make them look like they have an electrical cord coming out of them. Y'all know what these are, man. The Air Max 720 iron joints, good on cottons, linens, wherever you need it for, they got you on these. Now this next one, it was almost the worst, and that is this shoe right here. They literally took a Janowski, bro. They took the Janowskis and they ruined them. They made a Janowski Chelsea boot. I don't know what type of person is going for the Janowski Chelsea boots. You could just wear a pair of Chelseas. And y'all realize that every shoe that drops, most of the time you need a sample, so this was approved. They approved this monstrosity of a Janowski. I remember when the Janowskis were really popping. And all it takes is for a few years you to kind of forget about them, and then, well, brands just do what they do. They turn them into something else. And I guess their answer was a Janowski Chelsea boot. These are going to be certified outlet specials, and you'll be able to find these at your local Nordstrom rack probably before the end of this year. So if you're digging the Chelsea boots, hey, check your local discount stores. They'll probably be hitting them, you know, somewhat soon. The final and worst Basuda sneaker for this week, you know, definitely getting the nasty award. Shout out to the Joe Budden podcast, man. Hold on, give me a second. It's early, I want to do too much. Y'all might have thought that I forgot about this shoe, but blam! The SpongeBob and Timberland collab. This is one of the wildest collabs I have ever seen. SpongeBob and Timberland. Where did this come from? And let me put the bottle down for a second. Like, who thought of this? And some of y'all are probably thinking the same thing I thought. I was like, oh, it's probably just, you know, women and kids. Like, that makes sense. You got these baby blue bubbly pair of SpongeBob Tims. You got this all over black pair with SpongeBob's face all over yellow on the tongue. You know, kids and the women out there, probably works for them. But no, this shoe released in full men's sizing as well. I want to ask y'all a question. Is this right here how we're stepping into fall 2019? Is this how y'all stepping in? With the black SpongeBob Tims, the all over yellow SpongeBob hoodie, and the SpongeBob Tim jogging pants to match? Is this how we're stepping in? Because if that's how we're stepping in, then y'all can just go ahead and count me out of fall 2019, because I don't want to be no part of that over there. If you are one of my viewers and you went out there and spent $220 on the baby blue jellyfish bubbly pair of Tims, and you think you about to kill them out there, more power to you. I hope you love them. I'm not gonna be mean, man. All I'm gonna say is these shits is ass Basuda, and you will be hearing about these again later on this year when the bottle really comes out and Bacardi Bull comes back, because this right here is one of the worst collabs, worst sneakers, worst things of 2019 in my opinion. Okay, I'm done ranting. Let's go to the next one. Now, jumping into a quick leak, I'm not sure if this is going to be fall 2019, winter 2019, or jumping over into 2020, but we have this pair of Air Jordan 1s, and right now they're calling them a satin Air Jordan 1. Now, it's an all over black, as well as a black satin, it seems like, or a silvery satin, and a red Wings logo with red laces. But once again, we don't know when these are releasing, and there's just a couple leaked photos, so we see them right now, but always remember that these shoes may not ever see a light of day outside of this video and that blog post right there. Now, coming up next, we actually have a 2020 sneaker leaker. That's what they say right now, a summer 2020 release date, and that is the CDG and Nike Dunk Low. You guys can see them right here. The whole upper on these seem to be that black translucent material that we saw on the Element React 87s. And in one of the photos, you can also see someone wearing like socks with a design on them, so you can see completely through the shoe. Now, this material in itself, I've definitely seen a lot of people that don't like it on the Element 87 or any shoe for that matter. So an all over dunk made of this material, it might not be up everyone's alley, but for me personally, I can still see some people getting fits off of these. Now in these photos, they don't look as good. I don't know, they just don't look as good on this dude's feet, or at least how they're shown right here. But remember, this is probably some photos taken on a runway. Anyways though, CDG and Nike coming with another collab, probably coming in summer of next year. Now we actually got a few forces to talk about before we get out of here. This first one is the What the LA pair of Air Force Ones. And in my opinion, bro, these are hard. Like, I'm gonna be trying to go and get one of these pairs. I don't know, as what the shoe, these just look crazy. They look out there. Y'all know I love my forces, and I know I'm not from LA, but still at the same time, I wouldn't mind having this shoe in the collection. So the What the LA Air Force One, y'all let me know if y'all hit or went for them or even knew that they were dropping. And more Nike collab news, it looks like we're actually gonna be getting another pair of the Clot Air Force One. Now you guys know when I was out in LA for All-Star Weekend, this was one of the shoes that dropped, and I I actually do have a pair. Unfortunately, I really dirtied up my all white silky pair, but they actually are dropping another pair. This one is all in all over blue, white, and gum. And I'm definitely gonna be trying to look to lock down a pair of this colorway. I really wish I would have copped another pair of the white ones before the prices kind of jumped on them, but hopefully I'll be able to grab these at retail. Now, as of right now, there is no release date yet. Just know they're on the way, they exist, and I will be trying to get them, and good luck to anyone else out there trying to cop as well. Another possible 2020 Jordan Brand release is a top 3 pair of Air Jordan 5s. We already know, we have photos, the top 3 Air Jordan 4 is coming, or the Air Jordan 4 is on the way. And it seems like they're gonna be continuing that tradition, continuing that and doing it with the Air Jordan 5. Now, when I think about it, they've done a 1, they've done a 4, and now they're gonna be doing a 5. So they've already skipped 2 and 3. But don't be surprised if we see some more of these same type top 3 Jordans coming from JB on some of the more popular models. And this shoe right here, the black with the purple on the tongue with the red, it's not too bad. But as we all know, we have to wait for the actual shoe to drop to know what they're gonna look like and kind of give our final opinion. So top 3 the Air Jordan 5 is on the way probably next year. Now, earlier this year, early in 2019, we talked about the Black Cat 4s coming back, and I was excited. I wanted to add them to my collection. I'm just as excited about the Black Cats as I was for the Cool Grays. I love the Cool Grays. I copped the Cool Gray. But as it seems, we might have been a little wrong, and the actual shoe that's dropping is right here, and this is an all over black pony hair pair of Air Jordan 4s. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I will probably cop either one. If they drop the OG type Black Cat ones, okay, I'll take them. Now, the black all over pony hair ones, I'll probably take those as well. The pony hair is definitely a crazy switch of materials as far as the OG Black Cat pair goes. We do not have any release dates yet. I'm going to assume either late this year or early next year, still in the winter time, probably January, February, but we'll have to just wait and see. And then to go ahead and wrap this week up, we have this last pair of Adidas Yeezy, a new pair of glow-in-the-darks called the Yeezreal pair of Yeezys. And as you can see, they look just like the glow-in-the-dark pair, but this time instead of an all glow green upper, you get a mixture of glow and black. And it seems like people are really digging this pair. The all over glow with the black is nice because it kind of, you know, is not as loud as the all over glow-in-the-dark pair, but at the same time, you like the all over green on the glow because it is loud. So basically, you want the loud pair or you want the not as loud pair. And there is some more Yeezy news. Don't worry, there's actually some more news, but we're going to cover that in the next Heater Hype. So with that being said, man, that is it. Much love to all the fam, followers, and of course supporters. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Snapchat. The Snapchat is bull.cb, by the way. Here, there, blah blah. Of course, I ain't got no shoes, so well, actually, I do got this. Bullet.RC. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Another new list vid will be dropping tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. regular time for me to post. And y'all let me know, did I miss out on any Basuda this week? Did y'all copy anything last weekend? Or were you like me, being a broke boy and saving all the money you got in your pockets? Which is never a bad option. Saving money is never ever a bad option. But listen, man, y'all be easy. Much love as always. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Y'all be easy. Peace.
Shawty beat me up, yeah. Shawty keep me up, yeah. No, I cannot sleep, yeah. I've been working recently.
Walked in for my day, yeah.